What's up, everybody? How you guys doing? Good to see you, savages. Flying into my seat. Seem to have messed it up a little bit. Here we go. We're good. We're comfortable now. How you guys doing? Good to see everybody. Much love. Looking forward to chopping it up. UFC 301 this Saturday. I think it's a hardcore banger card because I don't know. I've gone through it several times now, and I'm stoked for a lot of matchups on it, to be honest. And I believe that in the main event, as you guys see, my boy Erceg gonna take it home. Take it home for the average man. That's what Erceg's doing. Gotta love Steve Erceg. Shout out to the people watching. I appreciate you guys tuning in to the show. It means a lot to me, yo. I really do appreciate you guys. You guys are tremendous. Hope you guys are well, though, for real. And yeah, I'm feeling smooth. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling like $1 million, man. Other than that worry, I'm fully on Pantoja. I think he clearly wins because you're saying what about Erceg with Craig Jones? Listen, if you're on Pantoja, you sit right now on your high horse, okay, and you chill up there. But recognize that come Saturday, you are going to drop tears. There's going to be a riot in Brazil after the Geek Squad tech leader, Steve Erceg, walks into Brazil, storms those favelas, grabs Pantoja by the throat, and takes his belt home with him. I'm telling you, it's going to happen. You're working in New York City right now? Hey, shout out to you in New York City, useless. Fuck yeah. I'm doing really good. Yeah, I already ordered the pay-per-view, my brother. Grimy, don't say Erceg's losing. Erceg looked like he's off for a game of golf in your thumbnail. I know, that's why I used the picture. It was iconic. Erceg, that sub king who can throw hands, right? They're sleeping on Erceg. You think Pereira, Orabai, Gomi versus Gene, really good matchups? I love all of them. I think that Gomis is going to win too. Were you going to post the Dontel Mays apology? What apology to Dontel Mays? I picked him. I picked him to win. Why would I apologize? Brazilian's going to throw mud in the cage when Erceg gets the KO. Probably is going to have to happen. They're going to be throwing it like freaks. They're going to be freaking out. They're going to be booing up a storm. I feel real good about Steve Erceg getting it done. Erceg's got hands, grimy. Erceg can box, not just against Matt Schnell, against anybody. I'm going with Mitabeg Orabai to beat Brenner. Pantoja always looks exhausted, but doesn't slow down. It's crazy. I think Pantoja is sloppy. I don't get the hype. People say maybe he's one of the best flyweights ever. I've heard that take. I think he's the best flyweight we've ever seen. What? Pantoja's pretty good, but best flyweight ever? Nah, I don't buy it with these wild shots. He's too hittable. It just takes somebody technical to break down and beat a guy like Pantoja, a guy with a good IQ and who's a smart, sophisticated individual, an MMA nerd, I would call him. Steve Erceg. I'm telling you, he's going to take it home. You guys know what's going to happen. You in your hearts all know. I was watching Erceg at Hex Fight Series in Eternal MMA. Look at how he drops them, then pulls a sub. He has cardio for days. Useless. That's why I'm calling club and sub, because he could pull it off, man. I think he can lock up a club and sub. After this stream, I'm going to do a member stream, but after the member stream, I'm going to do a video just talking about Erceg versus Pantoja more in depth and just really sell my side of Steve Erceg getting the win. So, keep your eyes out for that one. I'm going to probably title it Steve Erceg is going to strangle Alexandre Pantoja and start a riot in Brazil, something like that, and cause a riot in Brazil. Something cool. I don't know. I'll make it cool. I'll come up with something. I don't think Brenner's getting a first-round KO. Mitabeg Orabai is going to land takedowns at will. Listen, even if Orabai doesn't finish him, which I'm predicting a decision, he's going to control a lot of the fight. Mitabeg's really good. That opening against Euros rocking Orabai immediately got me wary. Bro, Orabai came in on days' notice, and look what Euros Medic just did to Tim Means. Euros Medic is an extremely talented striker, and he's actually a problem at 170. I think that you can't look at a win over Euros Medic for Orabai and him getting touched a little bit on the feet as even a negative thing. It's a positive. He went in there on short notice against a full-size Euros Medic. Euros Medic at 170 is the most capable version of himself, and he bodied him in the grappling still. I hate when people say Erceg has hands. When he KO'd Matt Schnell, who's the chinniest guy in flyweight, bro. You guys don't understand. Steve Erceg's been boxing it up for a while. He's got hands, man. Trust in Erceg. Pantoja is very sloppy. He's just a brawler with amazing cardio. And Erceg is a technical fighter with amazing cardio too. Steve Erceg is going to become the champion, bro. I'm going to be perfectly right. Yeah, Pacu is going against Erceg. He's going against his boy, Grimy. Cody just called for a rematch with Masvidal. Cody who? Cody wants a rematch from Masvidal? What Cody did Masvidal fight? You mean Colby? Erceg ain't that slick striking. He's good, but people give him so much credit for what? Beating Schnell? Come on, man. Bro, he's got tape outside of the UFC of his hands looking good, though. Gomis, Erceg, Shore, Orobai, Carrasqueta with the win this weekend, taking out the Brazilians. I think you're wrong on Carrasqueta, though, my brother. I think Carrasqueta is going to be on her back, getting controlled, man. She's taking on a really good jiu-jitsu black belt, and she's a pretty, like, basic grappling skill set. I mean, she can survive on the ground, but she's a kickboxer with not a ton of power. What's up, bro? Good seeing you, Matt. Erceg is the kind of guy who wins the UFC title, then films an episode of The Office. Bro, Steve Erceg does it for the nerds, bro. Erceg's definitely going to get bullied by Pantoja. Listen, the bully's getting bullied. Steve Erceg's going to beat him. You guys are going to find out. You're going to see fight day. Remember that Orobai trains with Slava Claus? He talked in an interview. He's upgraded a lot of boxing. Mitrovic Orobai has hands. I don't know why people are disregarding his striking because he got hit in the face by Uros Medic, who's a really good kickboxer. Like, styles make the fights. You have to look at fights in also sequences as well, right? Okay, so Uros Medic punched Mitrovic Orobai in the face with some good shots and like maybe stunned him, and he did have him bleeding, right? But couldn't finish him, got bodied on the ground. He's the bigger guy. He had a full camp. Orobai came in on short notice, up a weight class, and now he's fighting Elves Brenner. Yeah, Elves Brenner might be on paper better than Uros Medic as an MMA fighter as a whole, but I would argue strongly that Uros Medic is a much better technical kickboxer than Brenner. Brenner has good power, and he's got good jiu-jitsu, but he's not as technically sound on the feet as Uros Medic, so I don't see Elves Brenner having the striking success like that against Mitrovic Orobai at all. Damn, bro. The hate for Erceg is crazy. Larry CTM says, Erceg, the type of guy that is extremely low T levels. Listen, bro. He's got a fucking six-pack. He's in good shape. He doesn't have low T. He's just dorky, man. Charles beat by Islam / Armin. That guy, Felipe Dos Santos, Mexican takedowns party. Pure Bone being knocked down by all Dagestani guy. Daniel Serra 0-5, all from the same team. Bro, the honest truth is Shoot the Box Diego Lima does bring talented guys to the UFC, but just because you're from that gym isn't like an auto lock, especially against Mitrovic Orobai. He's gonna beat Pantoja. You guys are gonna see. Erceg could definitely win a decision. Top 3 fights from this upcoming card outside the main event. So the top 3 fights to watch out for on this card, in my opinion, are Michel Pereira, because, like, dude, it's Michel Pereira. Vitor Petrino, Anthony Smith, because it's going to answer a lot of questions. And I got to dig into it. Outside the main event, I mean, the Aldo co-main is going to be good too. So probably Aldo, but I want to give you something a little different. I think that it's very exciting to see Gene Silva and William Gomis in a battle of strikers. Is this a make or break for Anthony Smith? In my opinion, I think a loss here for Anthony Smith could, if he's sensible, result in retirement. But in all actuality, I'd assume he keeps fighting. I'm going to pick Petrino to probably knock him out. Thoughts on Jamie Malarkey versus Marcio odds? Kind of close. It's close because Rufi hasn't proved himself in the UFC, and he is dropping to 155. Literally just watched your picks 20 minutes ago. Well done. Who's your lock of the week? I'm going to go parlay them up. I'm going for an underdog lock. My most confident pick as far as like bettable money lines is going to be Mitrovic Orobai, but he's a very wide, most confident pick as far as like a straight money line attack, which is why I didn't put him as the lock. So instead, this week I'm going dog lock central, and I locked the underdog of William Gomis to win. But I was having a little bit of regret locking Gomis after, and I kind of feel like I wish I would have locked Erceg, man. Like, I may have to flip that tomorrow and say, you know what? I'm locking Erceg instead. Ignore what I said on Monday and go with my guy. Still think Gomis is a great underdog, but I think that the disrespect on Erceg is unreal, and he's going to win. What's up, KZ? What's going on? What's going on, Grimy? Larry C, MMA Gurus. you-know-what skin. I'm surprised Brazil has the infrastructure for a UFC card. Listen, you know what? I think Brazil is nicer than we're giving it credit for. Maybe. I don't know nothing about Brazil. I've never been. Anyone trying to spar at the Orlando airport? KZ is calling you guys out. What's going on, Megan? Kobe had a ruptured disc and an MCL tear plus staph, and he broke his foot for the Leon fight. Kobe deserves a rematch. Damn, Ben MK, you are jumping on the Colby Covington nut hugger train, my brother. I would have expected better. Why are you believing these lies? Like everything you're saying, come on, bro. Like, let's pull at straws. Let's just, everybody's got an excuse now. Colby Covington lost to the better fighter. He loses to the better fighter again, and he has to recognize he's slowing down. His excuse-filled tirades are really starting to frustrate me. And that's why yesterday I did that video about Colby Covington. Normally, you know, I wouldn't try to shaft him that hard. At one point, I would say I liked Colby, but I think that it's just lies after lies. He plays a character, bro. He's about as two-faced as you can get in this game. That guy Elves Brenner won a victory stolen from Zubaira. Yeah, he didn't win that fight. Lispy Nerd Killer. Exactly. That's who I want to bet on, bro. Erceg, eyes too close together, can't see the hooks coming. The disrespect is unreal. The co-main is a little tricky, but Jonathan Martinez is really good. Yeah, I'm not betting either side, but I'll pick Martinez. Kyle versus Bearju is going to be fun. That's what I'm talking about. Shoot the box doesn't get along with high-pressure wrestlers. Yeah, I'd favor the high-pressure wrestlers over shoot the box. Are the prelims any good? I personally like what I'm seeing from the prelims. I'm interested in Alexandro Costa and Kevin Borjas a lot. I think that Bone Theme is in a showcase opportunity against Pichel. Barboza Carrasqueta could be a snooze fest, to be honest, but I'm still curious to see how they match. Rufy's got a high chance of knocking out Malarkey. Jakar Close and Joaquim Silva's okay. Gomes and Gene Silva is a really cool clash of brawler versus technical kickboxer. Mitabek Orabai Elves Brenner obviously is a sick fight. Kavokevich is on a 4-fight win streak, but she's probably going to take an L here to Lucindo, the prospect. And then Brito Shore, I think, is a fight that a lot of people are really underestimating Jack Shore. I've been successfully fading him, but he put out good picks. Guaranteed winning pick, most confident, best underdogs and parlays. Very easy this week. Best MMA bets, but his graphic better. Who? What underdog lock of the week? Orabai and Gomes. I scout other picks. Like you copied some other MMA mastermind. You think I copied them? Yeah. Okay. Colby's delusional. I hope he gets cut. He's just coping at this point. I can't root for him anymore if you don't take that Ian cockfight. I hope that he does take that Ian fight. Pantoja easily takes his back and chokes him outstanding. Damn, KZ. The disrespect is crazy. I'm not doing oiled up jumping jacks. That dork commentator from Bellator went to the UFC, said Ronda was a jerk. They all rooted for her to lose. Your thoughts? So Jimmy Smith exposed something about Ronda Rousey that I kind of always assumed that is that she probably wasn't very well liked behind the scenes either. And to be honest, I'm kind of glad he exposed it. Shore gets KO'd. You can't be fat in MMA. What if he comes in with abs? UFC should move on from Kobe. He's always talking shit and fights once a year. His character's getting old and weak. I personally don't want to see him fight, always making excuses. He's definitely lost that aura. Like back at one point, you remember when Dane was like, without Usman existing, this guy's the champion. All right, Sabiru C, I'm honestly just going to send you off because you're an idiot, bro. I've been doing picks for 4 years, bro, before a lot of other dudes get on. You think I'm going to waste my time copying what other people are doing? All right, my brother. See you next week. I will not oil up for 250K subs. No, Susie Sheep is not Pibbs, yo. Confident picks. Petrino, Barajo, Pereira, Brito, Rufy, Bonefim. Well, good luck, man. Good luck. AJ the GOAT. Thank you, Weez. Yeah, I did work out today. Of course, my brother. I did shoulders and back today. My day was really good, Chris Daniel. Parlay for Erceg, Gomes. Who do you feel comfy adding? Pereira, Mitabek Orabai. I like those, but Iho's got a real good shot. Hey, thank you. Bots are friends, not food. I appreciate you. I appreciate you a lot. You're a real gem for that. My day's been good, my brother. Yeah, Erceg in a parlay is risky territory. I mean, throwing them in more of a extension parlay or potentially just a money line. I mean, if you're looking to parlay things up with the highest likelihood of success, money line, more of a high confident favorite. But I do think Erceg wins. So if you're looking for big plus, you can do it. Why do you not respond to DMs, bro? Where did you DM me, bro? On what app? Chuck Liddell says he wants the winner of Jake Paul versus Iron Mike. You liking Chuck's chances? No, he's going to get absolutely killed by either one of them. If Chuck Liddell gets sanctioned for a fight again, I think there needs to be an investigation into the damn athletic commission. Chuck Liddell should never lace up a pair of boxing gloves professionally. He should not be putting on MMA gloves professionally. I don't think he should be doing a grappling match. If Chuck Liddell wants to train and have fun, God bless, do it. But he shouldn't be fighting anymore. And taking on Jake Paul or Mike Tyson, I'm telling you, I think he's going to get absolutely starched by either one of them in the first round. Yeah, UFC casual. You can't with some random trolls in the chat. There's no conversation. At this point, I've learned sometimes you got to just boot them out. Barboza's probably going to win, but do you really want to put your parlay down on a girl making her UFC debut? Pantoja sub? Nah. All right, I'll check it out, Leon. I'll check out your tweet. My bad, dude. What's up, MMA Jackal? Good to see you. Yo, that hair makes you look like a pimp. No homo. Thank you, Darius. No John Jones on that one. Thanks, bro. Yeah, Chuck should never fight again. I would not want to even think of it, to be honest. Like the thought about Chuck Liddell getting rocked is terrible. Didn't Dana pay Chuck to not fight again? I know he said that. I don't know if it's true. You think Chuck has the most evident CT ever? Look at his before and after interviews. I mean, he's been knocked out a good amount, man. And he was known for taking punishment, and that was like his big thing is he got an iron chin. When it gone, boom. I'm voting you grow your beard back. I am, my brother. It's coming. Bone Theme, KO, TKO, Roofy, and Orba are good parlay material. Roofy's sketchy because we need to see him on the scales, bro. This is UFC debut, and it's also him dropping back down to 55, where he had a lot of success against Magomed Aliyev. It was up at 70, man. Erceg getting ragdolled by bums in Australia. Stop. What are your thoughts on these confident picks? Petrino, Braijo, Pereira, Brito, Roofy, Bone Theme. Brito, not for me. The rest, probably. What's up, MMA Breakdowns? Yo, how's it going? Just got back from a 5-mile jog. Justin Mack, bro. You turning into Justin the fucking track, my guy. Good shit. I'm doing well. I hope you're doing good too, my brother. You would chin Liddell at this point, looking like a prime Easy-E rip. I wouldn't even want that. Nah. Jose Aldo, dog of the night. I think he's a live underdog, and if he wins, I'm not going to be surprised, but I'm not going to call him dog of the night, man. Nah. I watched some Roofy tape today. I can see the Conor comparisons. The slickness is there. And I mean, taking on a Jamie Malarkey, if he doesn't knock him out, well, those comparisons are dumb. When the Aussies are playing against Erceg, what does that say, AJ? I think the Aussies have lost faith in their own since we witnessed a vicious knockout loss for their champion, Alexander Volkanovski, against Topuria. And then prior to that against Makhachev, I think that they're hurting right now as far as the Aussie fight fans. And I think it's hard to go into a fight moving forward with confidence for one of their guys because of what has just recently happened. But I think Steve Erceg is going to do right for the Aussies. I think he's bringing the strap to Australia. I don't think Chuck has CTE. He's supposed he drinks a ton, is just marginally drunk during most of his interviews. I believe that. Martinez without leg kicks is nothing, Aldo via checking. Aldo might go out and beat him, but let's not act like Martinez isn't a big threat with a 6-fight win streak and consistently fighting. You've been getting a runner's high. Good. Exercise those demons, Justin Mack. Exercise those demons. Paku, talk AJ into some sense about Erceg. Listen, I'm telling you he's getting the win. That guy Roofy just doesn't lose to that Russian in the contender because of his gas tank. Yeah, but now he's fighting Jamie Malarkey, who that Russian with chin. You bet Erceg today. Consider me on the train. Leon deserves a round of applause, guys. You know what? I'm bringing his comment up. Leon on the A side, my brother. Yeah. Mike Finch locked Pantoja, bro. I think that we're good to go with Erceg, my brother. I think Finch is making a big mistake. He looks like Conor, but he's orthodox, which I think makes his game more predictable than Conor's. Yeah, as you run up the ranks, but not against Jamie Malarkey. You think Justin's going to be the new Chuck Gaethje? I could see that. If any commission sanctioned Chuck to fight, they need to be sued. Yeah, they need to be shut down at that point. The officials need to be investigated. No fucking way. You got Aldo via masterclass. I respect you going masterclass, Aldo, but nah. Cub Wash said very close. Could have been robbery, and Yanez overrated. Then everyone else was cans. Yanez is overrated. I don't know. Cub is slightly washed at 35, but at 45, he still looks good. And he was close with Saeed, but Saeed's pretty good. Does the fight belong in Brazil affect the fight, in your opinion? The fight being in Brazil, does that affect the fight? I don't think the fight being in Brazil is going to actually affect Steve Erceg. I think he's going to end up thriving on being the enemy in Brazilian territory. And I think, like, as a guy that looks more on the nerdy side, he's probably had to overcome bullying at some points. He's going to go take out Pantoja, who's a bullying style. And I think Steve Erceg is going to get the hands raised, bro. Steve Erceg for the W. Finch locked Pantoja. That was the final sway for me. Holy shit. I didn't want to bring this up, but you locked Span last weekend. LO went against OV. Yeah, I don't know what happened last week. Big mistake. What's with Hill saying he wasn't knocked out and that the ref stopped the fight early? Is Hill delusional, and is Roundtree going to make it 2 back-to-back KOs for the former champ? Hill is delusional, but that's why he's good. I'm not so sure about Roundtree chinning him as easily as people are anticipating because, bro, Khalil Roundtree, let's not forget, lost. I mean, he beat Dustin Jacoby, but it was mad close. He's lost a lot of fights as a pro, and Jamal Hill is a lot slicker with his hands. Like, Khalil's got power, but he's not actually as good as you would, advertise him to be. I mean, he's got that sick leg kick stoppage of Bukauskas. He knocked out Anthony Smith. But when you dig into it a bit, like, he did lose to Prochnio. It's not like he's going out looking like a menace all the time. He got knocked out in the past, too. It's not like he hasn't been chinned before. The fight being in Brazil puts more pressure on Pantoja. I agree. What do you think to the Tyson rules? I don't think Mike Tyson should be boxing professionally either. I don't like the Jake Paul thing. I think it's a black eye for combat sport. I think it's a disgrace, bro. I'm not a fan of the gimmick of a Mike Tyson at 57 taking on a primed version of Jake Paul. So Jake Paul goes out and beats a legend now? I hope Mike Tyson knocks him out. I'm praying that Mike Tyson knocks him out. But there's a real possibility that Mike Tyson loses to Jake Paul, and that will forever be on his record. And he was 57 when it happened, which doesn't really make sense. Erceg does have ways to win. Pantoja just has more. That's why the betting line's where it's at. I respect Paco on the other side, but your boy's going to win, Paco. Don't worry. You think Zhang is hot? You think Smith's "I'm not the Neil Magny of the division" comments going to come back to haunt him? He would be better suited to be a Neil Magny. Neil Magny's coming off a win. I think that Anthony Smith is good in his prime for sure, but now he's just teetering above average. With durability issues and a lackluster mental, I think that he's going to get beaten by Petrino. You see, Tyson Pedro already got a boxing fight booked with a retirement. Well, he planned on doing boxing. He wasn't retiring from fighting. He was retiring from MMA, and he was transitioning to pro boxing, bro. I looked into it as soon as he retired. AJ, there's great value on the Erceg line, and I get the pick, but the logical pick would be Pantoja, considering the experience and past opponents. Respect the dog pick, though. Well, I appreciate the respect on the dog pick. Did you see the rules, though, bro? I forgot the glove size, but wanted your take on it. All right, so here is my take on the glove size. They're 14 ounces, the 2-minute rounds, 8 rounds only. I prefer the 14-ounce gloves, the 2-minute rounds, and the 8 rounds. But I also question why that would be considered a professional boxing match then, when those rules are not what a professional boxing match is. A pro boxing match is going to have either 8 or 10-ounce gloves, depending on the weight class. There's going to be 3-minute rounds for all male fights. Minimum of 4 rounds. Obviously, we get up to 12. 8 rounds, okay. 2-minute rounds, that's women's boxing. And 14-ounce gloves, that's weird. That's not pro. That's not real. It's not real. Say if they did an MMA fight, but okay, we're going to eliminate head kicks, and we're going to do 3-minute rounds, and yeah, we're going to use 8-ounce MMA gloves, sparring gloves. That's not a pro MMA fight then. It's a fight. It's still a fight, but it's not under the professional rule set. So to me, it's an exhibition still. It's a glorified exhibition. I don't know how it's getting sanctioned, bro. Picking based off past opponents never makes sense. Picking off performances against those fighters does. I agree, Leon. Erceg impression. Australia. Hold on. Australia. I'm going to take home the belt in Australia. I don't know if I got it, man. He's going to take home the belt in Australia. I can't do the lisp like him. Pantoja is the guy that I really see myself beating, and I think I'm going to win. The worst Erceg accent ever, bro, but I'll keep working on it. I need to bring the fight. I need to win some money this weekend or my wife will divorce me. Smith is my lock with the upset. Well, looks like you're getting divorced this Saturday, my brother, or this Sunday, I should say. Would you be surprised if Orabai knocked Brenner? I'd be a bit surprised, yeah. I think it's a semi-pro fight, not pro. Either way, it's a bad decision. Yeah, it's weird. They must have Mike Tyson on that injectable uranium. Was that your Nathan Lane impression? You need to get punched in the face to do that impression? Yeah, I don't think I can do Erceg's, man. Take some real practice. Steve Erceg. I got to listen to more Erceg interviews. I really don't hear him talk much, but I know he's got the list. Brito is not a lock for me. I'm picking against Brito. Picking based off the Pat Schnell fight, I would have taken Pantoja considering he beat Schnell quicker and was not wobbled by him. Bro, actually, Pantoja was wobbled by Matt Schnell. Go back and rewatch the fight, my brother. If you're just looking at some highlight reel or something, he got rocked with a left hook in that fight. Brito down to -150 is a great bet. You know what? You're saying that I'm delusional thinking Jack Tank Shore is going to win. Is that what you're trying to tell me, Leon? Because I don't think I'm delusional. I think my guy is going to get it done. I think Tank Shore is going to jab him up. Also, Mike has been staying at Jake's house. I think they have a gentleman's agreement to make each other look good. No way. Is that true? Been hanging out at each other's house? No way. What's good, Chuck of the North? Guys, let's run the likes up, man. I don't know where we're at for likes right now. Let me check. We are currently at 20 likes. Let's get 30 likes up in here. Let's at least jump 10. A lot of experts are saying Erceg is a foolish bet. You really confident in Erceg? I'm picking him, my brother. I'm picking him. I am MMA expert, so shit. I'm picking him, so it's just me. I'm saying, yeah. He got hit by Schnell, but Erceg was wobbled by him. Pantoja ate that shot and finished him same round. All right. We'll see, my brother. Jack Shore is tubby. AJ, the beard's coming back nicely. Thank you, bro. Get the Aussie down first before the Erceg. I'm Aussie and Erceg sounds fucking retarded to me. Ha ha, damn. I got to get the Aussie down and then I got to get the lisp down, bro. I got to blend it. Erceg got hit clean by Snell and didn't even get wobbled. Yeah, he didn't really get rocked. He got hit clean. That's all. If Anthony Smith wins, AJ has to shave half his eyebrow. No. And Ngannou spent time with AJ before their fight, and they definitely did not have a gentleman's agreement. That's true. If Tom Aspinall faces and beats Blades, what does he do next if Jones still has the title and doesn't fight him? How many fights can he keep doing with the interim? Probably just one. I mean, if you defended the interim belt in general, it doesn't make any sense unless the champ is injured, not fighting somebody else. If you defend the interim belt twice, at this point, you got 2 belts in the weight class. I don't know what the hell we're doing. Erceg took the shots. Well, I don't know what you're saying. Yeah, he did eat them. Top 3 most anticipated fights on 301. Obviously, Erceg, Pantoja, Pereira versus Petrino, or excuse me, Pereira versus Poteria, and Petrino versus Smith. Costa Bor has a good fight. They've been working on choreographing the fight. Didn't you see that stage? Mike Tyson, Shannon Briggs, Street Brawl. It's different, man. You see Topuria say he'd rather fight Brian T. City than Max, Topuria Little Diva. Did you not expect Topuria to be a fucking diva, dude? He's from Spain. People from Spain are divas, my brother. That's just how it goes down. That's just their attitude. It's a cultural thing. It's how they carry themselves. I got a relative that is half Spanish. His father's from Spain. That's just how they're. The diva-like. Not a bad guy, just diva-ish. So what do you think is going to happen? He's going to try and finagle what he wants. Come on, bro. You know Topuria's vibe. Jones versus Stipe will never happen. I think you're wrong on that. I'd bet against you. Do flyweights miss weight? Erceg was munching on KFC during the camp. Nah, flyweight Erceg is going to be on weight. He's enjoying KFC. Best bet right now on the card is Alexandro Costa minus 130. For a guy who's better everywhere with more experience in a UFC win, crazy line. I agree. It's kind of weird seeing how close that line is. Do you want to see Paddy fight Green or Moicano? They're both lead in talks for that fight, but not booked yet. So I would rather see the Moicano fight, but the issue is Moicano is ranked number 10 in the UFC lightweight division. Does Paddy Pimblett deserve to his, ranked debut to be against number 10 in the world? I don't think so. I think probably number 14, 15, Bobby Green makes more sense. I'd rather pick against Petrino with those odds. Smith pressures forward, well experienced, doesn't quit easily. Hard to bet against the Factory X camp these days. Yeah, bro, but it's Anthony Smith, and he's not in his prime of primes. Topuria rather fight a guy who was inactive for 2 years than a guy who went up in weight and destroyed his opponent. You right, AJ? Of course, dude. Why would he? He's in a risky spot there. This is what you expect from him. This is Topuria. He's going to be calling his shots, bro. He's fucking a celebrity in Spain like you wouldn't believe now after winning the belt. You think it's not going to his head? Ilya kind of zesty, no homo, but he definitely dresses like Prince with a rose. Yeah, he's got a Prince vibe. I get what you mean. Is Jones versus Stipe doesn't happen, I'll be pissed because they stalled the heavyweight division for it. If Jones versus Stipe doesn't happen, then either Jones is immediately booked versus Tom Aspinall or the belt is vacated and Tom Aspinall is promoted to actual world champ because they're like playing hot potato over there trying to get a matchup made. Hooker voice Moicano, a Green versus Paddy. I like Hooker and Moicano's fight, actually. I think that'd be pretty cool. And I think Paddy and Green just makes more sense. What's up, Girthy Meats? Paddy would get smoked by Moicano and Green. I don't know with Bobby Green. I think Paddy might have a chance there. I think Moicano definitely's got an edge on the ground, though. Big edge. Orabai isn't nearly proven enough to be such a big favorite. Brenner's going to win this fight. Watch. Nah, bro. Orabai's a special breed. There's certain guys that got that thing. That is Mitabek Orabai. Trust me, he's going to win. Makes me miss Volk and active champs. Bro, I knew Ilya Topuria was going to be like this. I'm surprised that you guys are surprised. That's how it goes. Am I the only one that thinks BKFC is just a slight step above Power Slap? It's levels ahead, bro. It's fighting. No, BKFC is not on the same playing field as Power Slap. Power Slap is a game. Dumb game, dangerous game. BKFC is a fucking dog fight. Bare knuckle fighting? Think about that for a second. Take this fist and jab yourself in the face. Now imagine full force power hitting you directly in the nose, right below the eye, towards the top of your head, on your fucking chin. BKFC is a deadly sport. Jonathan Martinez is going to get KO'd by Aldo. Aldo's boxing is going to be too much, and he deals with leg kicks. Bro, when's the last time Aldo got a KO? A long time ago. Nah. He's not a KO king at the 35, bro. You're thinking of 45, Aldo. Nah. Arnold Allen could beat Topuria. Most will say no because Topuria is champ and Arnold has a ton of loss or a couple of losses. But Arnold's pressure could be a problem. I would love to see Arnold Allen work his way up to a title shot. I still think he's incredibly good. We all know he's good. Paddy is a tougher fight than people think. He's big, great jiu-jitsu, and doesn't mic standing and striking. People hate because he's a clown. I do think he's a difficult fight for Bobby Green. I think he's got a well-rounded game, but his chin is fucking high up. Moicano's looking past Hooker. Moicano versus Beneil is the fight to make. You want Moicano versus Beneil more? I like that fight. I'm down for it. He kind of, I don't know, beating Jalen Turner by finish could give him more of a bump up. BKFC is boring in my opinion. I don't know what it is. I don't feel like there's much skill, just power and chin. You know what? I respect your take, my brother, even if you're against it, but some of the fights are pretty dope. Hey, like the stream, J-Mac. I disagree, brother. Let's see what happens. I watched 10 regional fights from Urabai in his debut. If he gets touched up by a 10-7 and 18-16 fighters, he ain't standing with Brenner. But what if he takes Brenner down consistently? You think he could beat up Todd Duffy? I mean, if he gets injured in the first second. AJ underestimating power slap. You need to stream it, blah. I ain't streaming power slap. Dana says he would love to see former UFC guys in power slap. Tin Sylvia's competed. Of course, Dana wants that. I worry that if Perry gets KO'd, BKFC might fall off. I mean, without Mike Perry, they're definitely not nearly as powerful as an organization. I'm not arguing that. Uriah Faber didn't have a KO for a long time, returned at 40 years old and KO'd Simone. It's not impossible for Aldo. Sure. It's not. It's not impossible for me to fucking throw my bong across the room, somehow getting it through the window and then landing into my neighbor's window and then hitting the grandfather that's sitting at a desk there on the head and cracking it, you know? Not saying I'm doing that, but like, yeah, there's a chance of any weird shit to happen. I don't think that. All those body shots are going to fold him. I don't see Martinez getting folded. Allen took 2 rounds off Holloway, man, and that loss aged really well. He also got robbed versus Evlev. Poor dude has been unlucky. He has been a bit unlucky, but Allen's good. I think Poatan could do pretty good in BKFC, but it would just be weird. I will rather see him with his kicks. Like, don't get me wrong. I like seeing the full arsenal of striking the most. Don't get it twisted. You think Molly could have a better run in the new weight class now after a performance against Belbita? Absolutely, bro. Meatball Molly down at 125 pounds, at 115 pounds was what she should have been doing for years. I don't know why she was staying at 25. She was short as hell for that weight. Beating Turner by finish is like beating McKinney by finish. Either you die early or finish him late. Yeah, but look, Dan Hooker beat him by decision. Moicano versus Paddy would be interesting. I think they would cancel out each other's grappling and have a standing war. Can you imagine Moicano got chinned by Paddy? Oh, my God. Thank you for great content, homie. Have a good rest of the day. Thanks, my brother. Anytime it's not all elements of MMA, it's a bit boring. It doesn't have the same tickle. I agree with that. I once met Todd Duffy in Venice Beach. He asked me if I wanted a picture with him, and I said, no, thanks. No way. That's mean. Early prediction on the next BKFC. Who you got and who do you like? Main event, Daniel Strauss or Jimmy Rivera? I'll go Jimmy Rivera. Decision win. Will you support Matt Schnell making the move over to BKFC? Yeah, he'll probably end up doing it. I guess I'd support it. It'd be fun to watch. Moneyline Danny Barbosa is a little wide, but I do think she's got a good chance of winning. Off topic, but when you have the pouches in, you smoke as well or just vape? I don't vape, bro. I don't vape, my brother. I just do the Zyn pouch or I have the reefer. That's it. What's up, Mushroom MMA? Molly was built like Mike Tyson at 25. Just not enough power. Impression of Darren Till folding Perry and becoming the face of UFC? I don't know. Fucking Scouser. Lad. Fuck that lad. I'm gonna take him out. Mike Perry's a bum. I told you I would be champ. That Molly fight was nasty. Molly looked levels above. Molly's a savage. Yeah, but Hooker was a bit hesitant after he got hit by the head kick and was still really close to finishing that. If Hooker took him down, he could have won by TKO easily. Maybe. That's why I'd like to see Moicano Hooker still. What's the good word, bro? It's a beautiful day, my brother. Ernesta is my dog of the week. She was on the Contender Series with Danny Barlow, Vinicius Oliveira. All of them are successful now. Yeah, but Danny Barboza also was successful on Contender Series this past season. Just because she was on the same episode as successful fighters, that mean now you're going to definitely win? Darren Till's downfall was sad to see. It's just he doesn't have the heart for the game anymore, in my opinion. Molly's not a savage. She's a meatball and not a good one. Good impression that deserves a dono, LOL. I'm spent, though. Hey, well, hopefully we get some dono impressions. I'll try any impression for a dono, but if I think I can't do it, he's asking in chat, I'm probably not going to. Sup with Till, drunk as fuck. I'm a pub sending threatening voice messages to Perry. Well, that's Darren Till, my brother. Early BKFC prediction for next card. Who you got and who you like? Michael the Lone Wolf Trezano or Derek Campos? I really want to pick Mike Trezano, But Campos is a savage. I think Campos TKO. Hooker versus Dustin is still one of my favorite fights to go back and watch. Absolute war. Yeah, Dan Hooker almost had Poirier. Sorry, but Erceg hasn't been battle tested. He's about to see what it's like at the top fight level. Well, I guess we'll find out. I'm the face of BKFC. Like, I'm the face of BKFC. I don't even know how to do it again. I'm the face. I'm the face. Fuck it. Scousers don't get. I'm the face of BKFC. I don't think I can do it again, bro. It was a once in a lifetime impression. I must be David Berowitz because a bunch of dogs talking to me this week. Well, I hope that you're the dog whisperer, dude. Watch Moneyline earlier, bro. Agree with you on the JSP fight. Finch surprised me talking about takedowns. Is it just a change of position and don't score without elevation impact? You were right, bro. He falls into the old scoring criteria, man. Till is one of the best welterweight strikers of all time, and it's sad to see what he became. You know, I'd love to see him fight more because, like, his losses aged pretty good. Never bet on Aries or LFA, Maniar. Nah. Never bet on either. Guys, we're at 33 likes. Let's get 40 up in here, and I think I'm going to bring a rip to the show. I think that's what must happen. It must happen that way. I must rip it for the Savages. Darren Till, I'd want to see him fight again, yeah. If Till just got through Brunson, isn't that crazy? Remember how good he looked against Rob Whittaker? He dropped Rob. You know, Till Whittaker, thinking back on that, is giving me confidence that Hamzat's going to smash Whittaker. You think Brenner's the best dog on the card betting-wise? Damn, good luck, Paco. I'm against you there, man. Till just lost his confidence. Well, I think he fell in love with the partying side of things too, and some fighters are able to balance both, but not him. Unfortunately, like Grimy said, Till's drinks is the issue. He drinks too much, dude. He can't cut the elk out. I bet for the enjoyment of making the money. I mean, you don't want to bet to lose. Hamzat Whittaker is a huge mismatch. You think Hamzat smashes him on the ground? Definitely think he's live too. I think it's possible. It's possible for sure. It's possible. My favorite fight organizations are UFC, One, and Yokako. What was Yokako? What is this? Who do you want to see next for Bo Nickel? UFC are doing it right, leveling up his competition, in my opinion. I think we give him Gerald Mearshart. Early prediction on next boxing match, 12 rounds for the undisputed champion on the line, Bud Crawford or Ismail Muradov. You know, I always go with the OVs in MMA for the most part, but I'm going to go Crawford. Whittaker is nowhere near that tier of wrestling. Fact. I rarely bet boxing. Yokaikyo is a Muay Thai promotion. Okay, I never heard of it. Apparently, Till would get up to 220 out of camp, and even while fighting at 170, dude, it's because he wasn't dedicated to the craft. He was good. He had a lot of talent, a lot of natural ability. He can fight. But to be the best in the world, you can't just be a fighter. You have to be a professional, and he's not. Till losing streak is not that bad considering the success he had against DDP. Bro, if Darren Till dialed in, came back, can you imagine Darren Till, Sean Strickland? That's a good fight. Darren Till could be in some awesome fights at 185 pounds if he came back. Talk about Bruce Buffer, bro. What's he brought to the sport over the years? You'll miss him when he's no longer announced. Absolutely, I'll miss him when he's no longer announced. And Bruce Buffer is the voice of the UFC. When you think of the fights, you think it's time. 220 to make 170 makes Paddy look like an amateur food addict. It's so true, right? Darren Till needs to do BKFC. I don't think he's that interested in going without the gloves. From what I've heard him say, he doesn't really seem like he wants to. He's worried about going gloveless. Till has some mental issues with fighting. Yeah, at times he does. Early prediction, 12 rounds of boxing undisputed. Who you got and who do you like? Think it's a knockout at distance. Canelo versus Munguia. I'm going to go Canelo by decision, I think. Khamzat Chimaev, BKFC? No. Bruce Buffer's the man. Bruce fucking Buffer. Bruce Buffer is the man. Till wants easy fights with good reward. That's why he wants these influencer boxing matches. Yeah, but he's not that popular right now. I mean, I think his best bet would be getting back in the limelight and doing a big fight. Whenever he'll talk shit, he loses. LOL. He lost to Paul Craig and Poatan talking that nonsense. Is he talking shit to Khalil? I think he's dialed in. You know, if Darren Till fought Mike Perry and lost, he would actually have a higher stock than he does right now. Till has nothing left. It's evident that you're spent when you train for over a year with Chimaev supposedly every day and can't defend weak 40-year-old Brunson's takedowns. To be fair, Brunson's a beast of a wrestler, but I don't think that Darren Till puts in that extra training session that a lot of these guys do. Till just needs time, then he'll sprout into a beautiful butterfly. Yeah, they've been saying that for 15 years, bro, 10 years. He should go to one, decent money with lower competition in UFC, bro. He's not a one championship fighter. Oh, shit, I'm catching alive. What's up, Bucktown? Mokaev deserves a title shot after Perez performance this weekend. They didn't respect his performance. They don't respect Mokaev at all. Mokaev's gotten pushed back in the rankings. Instead of power slap, Dana should have dabbed into Muay Thai. Nah. Till needs one win and everyone will be talking to him, then he can get his payday. I don't think he needs a win. I think he needs a fight. If he fights Mike Perry, loses, he could still go do karate combat against Luke Rockhold. Till is only 31. That's crazy. Till and Hamzat are real estate prospecting. I think Derry is expecting twins. What? What do you think about McGregor being proud honor and proud partnership with BKFC? I wonder financially what that investment's going to be like in 10 years from now. Mokaev's going to need a finish. I'm surprised DDP becoming champ didn't light a fire under Till since he nearly got the win. Bro, Darren Till unfortunately falls into the habit, bro. He likes to drink. And they say drinking kills your inhibitions. Till just needs a good performance, win or lose. Talk about Jillian Robertson, bro, or progression. You think she's underrated? I think she's pretty good. She's gotten better, yeah. Always a good grappler, gotten better. You think they're protecting Mokaev and want him to stay undefeated and don't care about Erceg and using him as a sacrificial lamb? No. I think they gave Erceg the shot because they didn't feel Mokaev's win was impressive enough to warrant the title shot. If he would have beat Perez, who had before their fight beaten Matthias Nicolau, he would have gotten a title shot, but that's not what happened. That's not the reality that we live in, unfortunately. Till needs to start a Jackass type show with Paddy and Bisping. I doubt that'll ever happen, but it would be funny. You see Ngannou's post? Yeah, unfortunately, he lost his son. That's crazy. What you want to see Macy Barber do next, bro? Maybe a fight against Rose Namajunas. I would love to see Till and Hamzat on the same card. The embedded would be a great watch. Yeah, but Till's not even in the UFC anymore. Mokaev versus Erceg. Who you got? I got to see how Erceg looks with Pantoja. Mokaev would still be a hard matchup. Even though I'm picking Erceg this week, I recognize Mokaev's a really tough fight. I think Mokaev's a bad matchup for Pantoja. McGregor should have the dollars to take professional investment advice. I'd bet it was trending upwards. Yeah, maybe that's true. Is they saw he'll make some money. If Nicolau hadn't fought his last two opponents, he would have gotten that title shot. You know what? Nicolau is just not entertaining or good. He is obviously chinny. Chimaev used Till and stole his fame. Till needed Chimaev. Till, Aspinall, Paddy, and Bisping would make a good UK Jackass crew, to be honest. True. Mokaev, one of the most boring doggies I've seen. It's just his style, bro. Nicolau's not championship material, agree. What do you think about Mike Perry's call out of Nate Diaz and bare knuckle boxing? You think that will happen in the future or not? I'm going to say no, probably not. I just don't really see the likelihood of those two throwing down. Conor has proven to be a great businessman. Absolutely. I should have known he was chinny after the Brandon Royval fight. To be fair, how could you have known? He got hit with a perfectly placed knee. Darren Till or the GOAT, Val Woodburn at 185. Darren Till will beat Val Woodburn's ass. Till's best bet was improving his ground game and takedown defense with Chimaev. Hope to see him in the UFC again. He's only 31, so never say never. Everyone can talk shit about Nicolau after he lost to 2 top 5 level guys, but he's definitely championship level. Skill-wise, he's top 5 in the division for sure. Just if he gets stung with a big shot. You think Ali Askarov can be champ? Maybe. Is it just me or is Cop very beatable when it comes to the top 5 flyweights? I've always felt he's overrated. I like him, though. Hey, cheers, Dana Blanco. Would you like the UFC to change the rules of round starts in the same position? No, that'd be weird. That ruins the whole point of rounds. We might as well just do full fights then. Conor has always been a great businessman. That's partly the reason he was successful money-wise in the UFC. True. True. Nate would just try and gilly Perry like he did to Jake Paul. Chris Mutino or Val Woodburn, who's the GOAT? I think Mutino's out-goated him for going distance against Sean O'Malley. Hashling, I appreciate the 3 months of membership, bro. Malarkey is going to die this weekend. Yeah, I'm picking against Malarkey too. It's a good one following it. Thank you for the 3 months, my brother. Nate has too much scar tissue for BKFC, yet he'll pummel and drown George in the boxing bout. I don't know about him pummeling George, but I think that Nate Diaz would get sliced up so quick in BKFC. He said himself he's not interested in bare knuckle. He likes gloves. Perry calling out the winner of Masvidal versus Nate is criminal. Well, I get the Masvidal fight, actually. If Masvidal wins or loses, if they could make that fight, that'd be a marquee BKFC main event. That'd be one of the biggest BKFC fights ever. Mokaev, Kopp, Royval, Moreno, Taira, Perez are all better than Nicolau. Mokaev, Kopp, Royval, Moreno, Taira, Perez. Well, I don't know about Kopp. Nicolau beat him. Taira is still unproven. Malarkey looks like the old man from Courage the Cowardly Dog. Perry calling out the winner of Masvidal versus Nate. I already read that one. I'm double reading it. But you know what? It's double read worthy. I'm down for the fucking Masvidal fight. Charles Jourdain was an exciting fighter. Just needs to improve his game a bit, and he can really go on a run. He's okay. He's okay for sure. A BMF and bare knuckle makes sense, to be fair. Just leave Natey boy alone. Kopp versus Nicolau was a close fight. Kopp could have won. I wanted to see the rematch. Is this an Aldo retirement send-off and prediction? Yes, this is Jose Aldo's last MMA fight. He said he's going to go back to boxing this summer. And I'm picking against him. Perez is not better than Nicolau. He won't the fight because he's more durable. You need to understand how skill in winning a fight based off durability is not the same thing. Brad Katona solid. Early prediction and game bred boxing pay-per-view card. Who you got and who do you like? I'm going to go Pettis decision. O'Malley versus Max at 45 is something I'm going to hope comes to reality, but there's a lot of things in the way that like have to make it possible, you know? It's crazy to say the fighter who got finished is just better than their opponent. No, Luque is not better than Belal, no. Retirement fights are these events where you show respect for a man by getting him knocked the fuck out by some hungry young lion. Max Topuria at the Sphere would be huge, but they're doing it on a Mexican Independence Day, bro. Nicolau won't get anywhere near championship level with his chin. His skills are good, but everyone in the top 5 would crack that glass chin. I mean, a fight versus him and Mokaev would actually be more interesting because Mokaev's not known for heavy hands at all. You could do well with guys that don't have a lot of pop. Physicality is just as important as having a ground game or striking game. If you're lacking, you'll be exposed. Well, who's getting exposed, you saying? Would you pick Let Me Bang or Michael Chandler to win in BKFC? Oh, my God. I'm going to say Michael Chandler knocks out Let Me Bang. What do you think about Max Holloway's knockout at Gaethje? 1 second left in the final round. One of the greatest knockouts in history. It was a really good fight. And Max Holloway keeps that badass shit coming. He's the real BMF. Honestly, bro, do you think Bilal could beat Leon now? And if he does, how do you think it'll affect the division of him as champ? He might beat Leon. I've always felt like, with Leon, he's okay. Bilal is champ, I don't think would last that long. Yes, I was impressed with David Onama, bro. I was hype as fuck. A Hall of Fame induction at the Sphere would be sick. Hopefully it's DJ. Demetrius Johnson. Onama has the highest ceiling out of all the fighters from that past fight night. David Onama has the talent to become a UFC top 15 contender. I just worry about the fight IQ. Yeah, we do need more likes, bro. We're at 43. Like, we got to at least run it up to 50, man. No love for the like button today, man. You guys got to blast it up. I'll do a Ripskis. I'll do it for you. I'll do it just for you. Bilal looks like an extra on The Simpsons. That's funny. Any fight Max Holloway is in now is going to be huge. Yeah, Max Holloway fights are always going to be big fucking business, but even before the BMF belt. But now with the BMF, that's why I've said, like, I think they could try to do the Conor thing. If Conor beats Michael Chandler, don't tell me that fight isn't on the table. We need Onama doing some Sudoku and chess to improve that horrible IQ. But apart from that, he looked like a fucking threat. His hands are really powerful. The ability to escape positions from him is really appealing too. Yeah. You think Max Holloway versus Conor 2 will ever happen? If Conor knocks Michael Chandler out, I think possible. PlayStation or Xbox? I got the PlayStation. Early future prediction in the works. If it happens, who you got and who you like? Jack Della or Shavkat? I'm going to lean Shavkat. Decision. 3-rounder. AJ, you got a top 5 favorite fighter list. I don't just mean the best, but guys you like, no women. Hamzat, obviously Jones for the longest time was on that list. I'm not trying to be a cringe lord with Conor or anybody like that. I like Makhachev a lot right now. I'm kind of falling into Diego Lopez hype train. Francis Ngannou when he was in the UFC for sure. The reversals were crazy from Onama, made Pierce control look like shit. Yeah, Pierce's control is mad suspect. Received the expertise, then hit the fucking like. Thank you, Anderson Tyrell. You see Islam saying he doesn't want that fake BMF belt. He wants the 170 belt or whoever has it after Dustin Poirier and Armin. Well, that's the real BMF shit to him. Yeah, he's not fighting for a BMF belt. If a movie was to be made on a current UFC fighter, who would you like to see it on? Current UFC fighter. I'll go Islam Makhachev. I'm curious to see it. Since when have you been watching UFC? So, like, before UFC 100, I was like casually into MMA. And then the Anderson Silva Forrest Griffin fight is when I was like, okay, I want to watch more of this. And then UFC 109 Relentless with Randy Couture, Mark Coleman in the main event was the card that hooked me for life, bro. Isn't that funny? 109, bro. I'm excited for 309 because then that's like when I officially feel like I've been watching since, 100 pay-per-views past, hardcore. Poirier movie would go crazy. I feel like it could be pretty cool. Yeah, The Hammer was dope, actually. A Bo Nickel movie. I'm not really that into a Bo Nickel movie at this point. I'd pass on it. I'd rather not watch. I'd rather sit on the sidelines and chill. Mark Coleman was a dog, but Randy Couture whooped his ass that night. But I will say, Mark Coleman was way more washed than Couture. The first season of The Ultimate Fighter got me. Forrest Griffin versus Bonner. I've gone back and rewatched most of The Ultimate Fighters. Started watching at 229, but started hardcore at 249. Fuck yeah. Wow, I just said 100 events. I meant 200. Wow, UFC 309 is going to be 200 pay-per-views for me. That's fucking crazy. Gilbert Melendez was good. He doesn't get spoken about enough. Well, unfortunately, the Benson Henderson fight went against him in his debut, which I thought he won. And then he lost after that to Pettis. So a Sean O'Malley movie, maybe if he defends the belt a few times. Your list is Holloway, Lopez, Brito, Barlow, and Otabay. I like that list, Leon. UFC 268 was my first pay-per-view. Usman versus Covington 2. It was a great card. Well, listen, I'm glad you made it from 268 on and beyond. Started watching regularly after the first Jones-Cormier fight. I was fucking dope, though. I was so hype about that fight. The shit talk was off the charts. Early prediction on UFC Saudi Arabia co-main event, Sergey Pavlovich or Drago Volkov. Fuck. I'm going to go with Pavlovich to knock him out, but don't act like Drago Volkov isn't in that fight. You've been watching the UFC 57. Holy shit is right. You think PFL or BKFC is bigger? I think PFL is bigger as far as their consistent fight cards, but BKFC has the bigger mass events. Like Knucklemania is bigger than anything PFL is putting together. What UFC fighters you like to see in Roadhouse? Cowboy, Bisping have acted before. Bring me Rampage. The first fight card I watched was with Topuria body shot KOing Damon Jackson. Damn, that was recent. Holy shit. Favorite fighter of all time for me was John Jones, bro, because I witnessed it happen all the way up, right? I remember when he got DQ'd against Matt Hamill, and I was like, yo, I'm a fan of this guy. I miss so many awesome fights, and it annoys me. Better late than never, I guess. Listen, I'm glad that you made it now. Yes, better late than never for sure. Volkov needs to show up with huge power in some fights and no power in others. Can't finish type Bureau, but easily kills Jairzinho. Yeah, it's so fucking weird. Stamp it. Roofy, close. Brito Martinez, plus 546. Write it down. Take a pic. Ride with me. I'm going against Brito, my brother, so you might take an L there. BKFC has more potential than PFL. PFL will always be second to UFC. BKFC can make it into its own. Yeah, it is its own sport. You're right. There's no obvious number one leader in the space of bare knuckle besides BKFC. It's already the top. BYB Extreme exists, but it's not the same. Pantoja shits on Erceg. Easiest bet of my life. Well, good luck taking a loss, Forbidden Info. You're going to take a fat L because Steve Erceg's about to take the fucking crown home. Pavlovich KOs Volkov inside a round. Volkov literally said in an interview that he's never won a round against Pavlovich in sparring. Wow. That's a ballsy fucking drop by him. He's going to get knocked out for sure then. Man, there's so many exciting young fighters at the moment. I love it. Yeah, me too. Won a parlay last night. Odds were 48 plus looks on Onama. Thank you for the good looks on Onama, love, bro. What do you think about Topuria coming out with that McGregor confidence? Knocks out Volk, first loss in featherweight. Yeah, I mean, now he's turned into a diva who won't fight. Does anyone know the pay-per-view sales for Knucklemania 4? I don't know. Somebody in chat know. If you know, if you're in chat, let me know. Gaethje taking 6 months off. If only more fighters would have that mentality, he'll be recharged when he comes back, which is really important for fighters that some don't get. You know, it's also the fact that Gaethje has been in numerous wars. This isn't his first rodeo down an absolute banger fight. AJ, please explain the Shore pick. I just see a flabby-looking Shore dominate the monster in Brito. You can't see it. Well, I can. That's why I read that wrong. Jack Shore is a good jab. Jack Shore is a well-rounded guy. At one point, he was a 16-0 UFC prospect with a ton of hype. I think that it's easy to jump off the train after a loss and then jump off the train after maybe a featherweight debut that wasn't as optimal as you would have liked. But Joanderson Brito is not this impossible-to-beat guy. There's flaws to Brito. He's a bit reckless and wild. He's fighting a guy with a good jab and a well-rounded game. I think that we can see a big shock from Shore. He might even knock him out. You got to flip to Pantoja. He's too good and experienced in his prime. You're crazy, bro. Steve Erceg is going to win. I don't think AJ's picking Shore to dominate, just win a close fight. I think he wins. He has to dig deep, yeah. BKFC is the only other organization with the aura in the fighting space. Well, it's because they're not a number 2, right? As far as combat, they're number 2. But as far as bare knuckle, they're number 1. Just don't know if Pantoja is big enough to beat Erceg unless you somehow pull him down in an ugly rear naked. Listen, Steve Erceg is going to look good out there. He's very technically sound. It's not that Pantoja has no technique, but he's flawed, man. He's a beatable guy, and you guys are going to find out. Guys, we're at 51 likes. Let's run 60 likes up in here for you, boy. Let's get 60 likes up in here, man. You know, if we hit 100 live likes, I'll shadow box it up. One, Muay Thai is extremely entertaining, just lacks in the MMA and grappling, in my opinion. I feel like they're primarily now turning into a major Muay Thai promotion as opposed to MMA. I don't know. You know, correct me if you think I'm wrong, but like I feel like they've transitioned to more focus on, you know, Muay Thai and then some jiu-jitsu than MMA. No hate, bro, but this is destiny for Pantoja to win in his hometown. It's his time. He beat Moreno 4 times, Royval twice, Matt Schnell when Schnell was coming off a 3-fight win streak and so many top guys. Manny R, I think it's going the other way. The best pick on the card by far is Jamie Malarkey. Dude is not being respected. He's been knocked out numerous times, and he's taking on a guy with some pop. One is buying up a lot of the kickboxing talent at the moment. I think it's a great strategy to focus on kickboxing. Pantoja is probably one of the biggest flyweights. I got Erceg by decision or late TKO, though. Let's go, Brick Laser. Minimum shelf life for BKFC. Eye sockets are like eggshells. They can only be shattered or healed before they become face Achilles. The biggest thing with BKFC is like having double-digit fights there seems kind of crazy to me. And like it takes time to marinate prospects, man. I agree. It's probably because they have the best Thai fighters from around the world. Well, it's a good decision to focus on the striking only, I think. The best pick on the card is Baraiho. He has no way to lose other than injury. I think he's going to dominate. Pantoja is at least 2.5 inches than Erceg, dude. Yeah, Pantoja is about 5'4". Erceg's about 5'8". Could be slightly inflated stats, but about that. Erceg's never been 5 rounds. Well, I think he's going to be prepared for it. Be honest, bro. How big do you think BKFC can go? Do you think it's too niche? Nah, there's always going to be fight fans that enjoy the entertainment of it. I think it can be pretty big. Not UFC, but big. It's always funny when Jamie Malarkey gets KO'd. It's similar to watching Phil Hawes get KO'd. I hate to have to say this. Hard future prediction, who you got and who you like, Wonderboy or Venom Page. I think in a 3-round fight, Venom Page's pace is a little too much from the get-go. 5-round fight gets interesting. 5-round fight is really interesting. I think Venom Page probably takes 3 out of 5, 2 out of 3, takes a decision. Paul Craig would be the guy to fluke a sub, though. Can you imagine he fucking strangled Baraiho? One doesn't have much competition with Muay Thai, but MMA kickboxing have bigger promotions with better incentives. Well, that's why they dialed into this, 4-ounce glove Muay Thai. Pantoja is going to give Erceg a lesson in what it means to be champ. I guess we'll find out. What's the most confident pick for this event? It's not minus 500. I'm pretty confident that Urabai wins. I also like, in the first fight of the night, Costa. Shorter guy a lot of times is more beneficial in combat sports, easier to take down lanky guys and can generate more power, fun, a knockout going upward. All right. Only so much of an egg can break like Humpty Dumpty. MVP and Wonderboy would be boring, bro. Sounds good on paper. They just be waiting to counter each other. Not a lot would happen in that fight, in my opinion, bro. No, I get exactly what you're saying, but I still think the UFC is interested in making it. Erceg has a tactical nose angled to one side like a shield. No way you can beat it. It's funny. MVP versus Ian Gary is a cool fight, but I feel like they're going to go forth with this Colby thing. You think Erceg and Martinez will handle the Brazilian crowd? They're pretty hostile, and it can affect some fighters. I think Erceg and Martinez are both chilling. Paul Craig can only sub-elite fighters. Baraiho will be fine. Yeah, I think Baraiho will be good. He's just not good enough for being elite. He's going to pull it off. Your fake was from New Jersey? That's funny. MVP versus Usman's a cool fight, too. I like MVP and Usman. Yeah, Paul Craig is not going to sub Kyle Barajo. I'd be shocked. I think Alessandro Costa lock. He did well against Erceg. I think he's a top 15 guy for sure. I don't know if I can say the same with Borjas. Borjas is good, but I don't think he's that good. Guys, we passed 60 likes. I'm doing another rip, but just so you know, I'm doing this one because I want it, not because I, have to do it. Yeah, I think Alessandro Costa does win. I see Erceg cracking from all the booze and throwing his retainer at the crowd. Costa should be the lock, AJ, not the French rat. Damn, bro. Well, Costa will be in the most confident picks. There's a spoil. It is live Raws, and yeah, I got the cleanest shit in the game. Paul Craig seems to have a bit of a chip on his shoulder. Don't know if that's a good thing or not. Could be too emotional, but feels he's being fed to Kyle and it motivated him. Well, he's ready to fucking show that he's not a bum. Do you think Jailton wins his upcoming fight? Yeah, Romanov's pretty shit. Good shit, smoking on some gas. Enjoy it, my brother. I think Brow's going to look good, man. MVP versus Wonderboy seems likely. They don't want to risk the European demographic versus a wrestler. And if they're going to do that, they're going to put it with Colby Covington versus Leon versus Ian Gary because of the beef. I think most of the favorites on this card are locks except Erceg and Gomis. I respect Mitchell Tannis's call. I think Erceg and Gomis are both winning underdogs this week. A lot of favorites should win, though, for sure. You think Almeida's live for a KO? His hands look kind of shit, though, no? Or by lock, I think he wins. What's next for Alex Pereira? Most likely Magomed Ankalaev, unless they shock us with a Tom Aspinall fight. Paul Craig acts like he's ready for war, a brutal war, then pulls guard in the first 30 seconds. That's fucking great. It's so true, though. If Erceg wins, do you think Pantoja will get the rematch? He's not had a long reign, so he might not. It's a weird one. As if Erceg wins, you're probably getting Brandon Royval a title shot, even though he lost recently to Pantoja. I know Mokaev is in line, but Mokaev Erceg just doesn't really seem like a fight that's going to get booked. So I would give him Royval. And then I think Pantoja could fight against Mokaev potentially. Early prediction, who you like, who you got, Sweet Dreams, Roundtree. I think I'm going Sweet Dreams for the knockout. You like Aldo for the underdog of the night? Good luck, but remember, he's planning on boxing already. I don't want to throw money down on Aldo with heavy confidence when he's already looking past MMA. I don't know. Matt Schnell will fight somebody at the back end of the top 15. Paul Craig has some pretty epic face-offs. Can't lie. Listen, Paul Craig is the king of a face-off. Royval or Albazi? I think Royval can beat Albazi, but Albazi is also a good fight for Mokaev. Mokaev has been talking about Royval in the UK, bro. Don't know if this will be a thing, but it could be. I think it depends on who wins this weekend. Do you drink the estrogen tap water, or are you a bottled water kind of guy? I do drink a lot of bottled water, dude. I don't drink tap. Leon, he will literally beat Ankalaev and Hill, LMAO. Bro, Hill would absolutely starch Leon, as would Ankalaev. Matt Schnell, Erceg rematch after he loses. Can you imagine? We're gonna give Schnell the shot. Never. Albazi is obviously blessed by Allah. The Kaikar France decision was a gift. That was a gift. I like him versus Mokaev in a battle of Islam, in all honesty. Paul Craig or Kutelaba face-offs, which is your fave? I'm going to say Kutelaba because he startles the opponents. But Paul Craig, he actually has a chance to win more. Alex Pereira has called out Tommy Aspinall. Tommy Aspinall, KC, and the Sunshine Band. What? The best face-off was Ankalaev versus Kutelaba in the octagon when they engaged. It was a good second fight. I mean, the first fight was an awkward ending. You think Karolina Kowalkiewicz is a good dog pick? She's been facing top competition, and her opponent has not many credible wins. I personally don't. I think she's past her prime. How do you beat yourself, LMAO? Stop talking Paul Craig's accolades away. I'm taking his accolades away. Not taking his accolades away. He just, he ain't the best in the world. Sup, AJ? Bonefim, Barboza, Rufi, Otabay, Lucindo, Barajo, Michel Pereira, Petrino. Which one of you worries the most in the parlay? Barboza, because it's a girl fight. I think the rest should be good to go. Tom Aspinall is probably the worst matchup at heavyweight for Alex. Big, strong, fast, and well-rounded. Would be a hell of a fight, though. Ankalaev won 2 rounds, 4 minutes and 59 seconds, and is tapped for no reason. That's beating yourself. 1 in a million outcome. That was a 1 in a million outcome. Early prediction for the championship line. Who you got? Who do you like? Tom Aspinall, Jones. I think Aspinall could be an ever so slight favorite at -115. And I think that Aspinall has a good chance to knock John Jones out at this point. So what he's lost, that's the game. That's like saying Leon didn't beat Usman. Bro, you're using Paul Craig and comparing him to Leon? Come on, dog. You think Killer Cub going to beat Philly, bro? I lean towards Philly. AJ, give you a take on this. Yanez is washed, and so is Cub Swanson. I see Aldo making it competitive, checking kicks, getting ahead with the hands that are better given his recent boxing. I mean, it's a fair take. I just got to go with the guy that's running with momentum. I think UFC's lacking in big stars. I don't know. Pereira's pretty popping. Bonefim, Orabai, Barajo are all locks. I think they all win too. You're picking Chandler to KO Connor. Bro's been doing too much blow. Yeah, but still, Chandler's beatable, bro. Give me Connor KO. Kyle by ground and pound stoppage. That'd be pretty savage. And if he could lock position, that'd be a badass win. But it's hard to finish Paul Craig. I think for him too. What's your lock of the week, my guy? I went underdog Gomis, but I like Orabai as the high confidence call. Let's cash Erceg all day, twice on a Saturday night. Listen, bro, I think Erceg is going to be a great underdog this week. We're riding with the fucking Mac, bro. Erceg's built differently. Bisping had one title defense, and that title defense was against Dan Henderson. Yeah, bro. Listen to Steve O Knows. Make sure to like and subscribe, guys. We're already at 68 likes. We're closing in on 70. Let's go. Jones won't fight Aspinall. John won't fight again. John is a singer now. Tommy Mottola signed him up. You know, some of these fucking jokes that you're dropping is going over my head. Who the fuck is Tommy Mottola? UFC don't need big stars. They can announce an event in a city without any fights and still sell out because people know they deliver. No one else can do that without a main event announcement. You're so right. The UFC is bigger than a star. Stars help, and I'm sure there's plenty coming. Like, I don't get worried about that. There's always somebody. Erceg built like a dude who fixes your iPhone screen when it gets cracked. That might be true, but he also is going to win. Even though that's true, he's going to win. Tommy is a music producer, Mariah Carey's husband. I never knew that. Never heard of him. Never heard of him. Don't know who it is. My live with Finch was yesterday, bro. Just go to live and then go to my most recent one, and you'll see it was me and Finch. I think Brian Battle's going to be in the top 10 in 2025. I don't, actually. I don't. I think top 15 maybe, but not top 10. I think Dana lies sometimes about their numbers. He never fails to say they broke every record when the card sucks. Also, Power Slap's the most viral thing on the planet. The UFC won't be the same when Dana dies or retires. It'll probably go downhill after. I'm worried about that exact same thing. It's going to become like the NBA, too corporate. AJ, why so confident in Erceg? You see it being one-sided or competitive, fairly competitive, but Erceg's better. Bro, if Erceg wins, you have him as your phone wallpaper for a month and get an Erceg t-shirt for every episode of Moneyline. That'd be fucking hilarious. I'd just be flexing already. Erceg, what did I tell you guys? What did I say? It's wild. Erceg has a win over the 125 GOAT Shannon Ross. You're so right. UFC going to shit when Dana's gone for sure. I'm worried about that too. They need to get a president of the UFC that is like-minded, similar to Dana. Early prediction on UFC Fight Night main event, Killer Gorilla or Imavov. I think I'm going Killer Gorilla. Like decision plus 500, which is insane. I think he could sub him, though. But when Joe Rogan retires from commentating, all the shit talkers will still be upset. Power slap guys get paid like 1K for getting knocked the fuck out. Nasty business. Yeah, you're delusional to do that. I will definitely send a dono when Erceg loses. Thanks for preparing to, help heal my wounds, bro. Is Shannon Ross the flyweight that got KO'd like 11 times in a row? Yeah, that's Shannon Ross. At one point, he was a known prospect, dude. Oh, how times have changed. He didn't live up to it at all. Dana would be a good fight organization president. I think he's too erratic. I see main event going to Erceg only via decision. He won't finish Pantoja, but Pantoja's live for club and sub. I'm going the other way. I don't know how you train for power slap. I have no idea. Just practice slapping and getting slapped? I don't know. Do they spar? Seriously, I don't know. Do they spar for power slap? Erceg looks like the guy from Cobra Kai before the Mohawk. I can't trust him. Pantoja way too good to get sub. Flyweight also doesn't finish that often. Pantoja, Erceg also mostly get decision recently. Never been finished. We'll find out. Erceg is a dangerous fighter going into this. He's got nothing to lose. If he loses, people will say it wasn't expected to win. It's a calm, confident fighter and beneficial in that position. And he's going to pull off the upset. I see it. I know some of you guys don't see it, but I see it. I believe it. Power slap sparring would be insane. Just getting the trainer partners to slap the shit out of them. I'm assuming that's what they do. Do they not spar at all? Erceg does not have the championship round advantage, though. Fair. Early prediction on Jacoby Reyes. Reyes. I think Reyes gets him. That's what I believe. I believe it to the core, actually. AJ Erceg pick gonna A's is like the Phil Hawes pick. No, it's not. If Erceg wins, you've got to get his fave tatted on your arm. No, I'm not getting that. Fuck no. I think you just slap bags and drink beers in preparation for the fight. That's funny. Jacoby gonna starch Reyes easily. Bro, Jacoby's not really that good. Jacoby's okay, but like he's not really that good. I'm picking Erceg with pretty low confidence. I think Pantoja's not as good or unbeatable as everyone makes him out to be. I agree with that too. I don't think Pantoja is this great force at 125 pounds. I think he's pretty good, but I don't think he's that fucking good. It's going to be funny to see how punch drunk these slap guys are in 10 years. That's terrifying, right? Because they just get knocked out every time. I think the main event this week, first of all, is going to decision. How will the judges score the fight and all the judging controversy recently? Hopefully they factor in damage more than control. We'll fucking find out. It seems like everyone on YouTube other than Lucas Tracy is picking Erceg. I don't know why everybody's on. I thought it would just be me. Shit. I guess everybody's seeing what I'm seeing. Jacoby's not good, but Reyes is imagine losing a span. I guess. True. You don't have to be good to KO Reyes. The version of Span did it. Fuck. I don't think Reyes is making much of a comeback, but he's got a chance to win. It was the same version of Span, bro. Span even said he wasn't in the gym for that fight. And he looks like he wasn't in the gym for this fight. So, shit. You got to put something on the line against the lock or Erceg pick. For sure on Erceg and the lock. Both. I think Erceg just has the dog in him. Will shine this weekend. We'll see. Reyes is goated. He beat John Jones. I mean, he didn't beat John Jones, even though he should have deserved the decision. You like the Dawkins brothers? If so, which one do you think is the best? I think the best Dawkins brother is Kyle, but both are cut from the UFC. Early prediction on Ricky Simone versus Vinicius Oliveira. I think I'm going to go Oliveira for the knockout. I'm going to have a little faith, and because that's way better for the UFC. Yeah, we're going to go Oliveira by KO. It's better for the sport. Think technique matters in power slap, or is it more about having no brain cells and a chin? I think it's a mix of both. Would you like to see Uriah Faber have another fight? Not particularly, nah. I don't think he needs to do another fight. Why? Faber's past his prime. No reason to fight again. Erceg winning is like Aldana beating Nunes. Impossible? Bro, it's not, though. Jacoby was piecing up Menafield and looked way more skilled, but Menafield landed the biggest shots. I could see him beating Reyes pretty easily. It's just, what if Reyes has got something left? That's what I wonder. Rebellis versus Waldo Costa, who you got? I'm going with Rebellis knockout. I gotta pick him. The video yesterday on Kobe was hilarious. Wouldn't have even known about the interview if you didn't do the video. Fire. Fuck that Lion scumbag. I can't stand him. Hopefully Gary gets the fight. Yo, Mitchell Tannis, thanks, bro. Yeah, I think he does deserve the fight. I guess that video is like a low-key banger, bro. It didn't really get a crazy push by the algorithm, but it's like a low-key cult classic at this point. What do you think of Aldo versus Cruz? I would have rather seen Aldo versus Cruz than the Martinez fight. Small will destroy Oliveira. AJ, your recent bias is crazy. Oliveira got dominated by Sopai on the ground until he gassed. Simone is all wrestling and pressure grappling. You might, or you might get a knockout. What's up, Stacks? Good to see you, bro. Shout out to Stacks, bro. Oliveira needs a flying knee so fucking early. He does. Guys, we were at 77 likes. If we can jump to 90 likes before the 90-minute mark, which is in about 3 minutes, I will stay for an extra 30 minutes with you savages and go to the 2-hour mark. But we need 90 likes before the 90-minute mark, man. I think a like a minute is a pretty fair ask. So we'll see. Faber's actually a good coach. He definitely is. I won't do a blinker, but I'll eventually do another rip, bro. But let me chill a little bit. Felder on commentary in Rogan's place this weekend. You happy about it? He's not in Rogan's place. I don't understand why that's the thing. He replaces Rogan. Rogan has said he does not leave the U.S. Any pay-per-views outside the U.S. he ain't doing. Cruz said he only wants to rematch Vera and Cejudo. Well, Dominic Cruz has lost his mind. 90 likes, Sanko impression deal. Early prediction on UFC Fight Night, co-main event, St. Louis. Who you got? Who you like, Mansa Buckley or an assaulting Rizibov? You think it goes distance or knockout? I don't fucking know, dude. I'm so torn on this fight. I really want to pick Buckley. Nobody like it. I want my boyfriend back. Listen, Jersey, you're gonna have to wait. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna have to wait a little bit. See me soon. AJ, do you do a Yoel Romero barking impression? Woo, 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 woo. I like when Bisping comments. Bisping's a good commentator. The people pay. Felder, Anik, and Sanko are the best commentators, in my opinion. Who your favorite, AJ? DC, Anik, Rogan. I like when they're all together. Felder's okay. Sanko's pretty good. We know, bro, but it's meant because Rogan does numbered cards, not fight night. That's why it's referred to when it's international. Rizibov going to win. I have a fucking feeling. What about his cut to 170? That's wild. That's what I'm thinking, but he's been at 70 before. He's not new to 170 pounds. You think Bisping's horrible on commentary based off one huge problem? He openly scores close rounds to the fighter he says clearly won and sways it. Oh, bro, I don't know. I don't know if he sways the judges, though. It's not like you can talk to him. Rogan, DC, and Bisping. I like the Rogan, DC, Bisping lineup, or Anik, Bisping, and fucking Rogan. That could be cool. Felder's okay. He does, bro. Everyone in there hears him scream. I guess at the Apex, okay. At the Apex, that's a fair assessment, actually. At the Apex, I could see that. Rogan has been surpassed by the fans. Unfortunately, bro, they've lost interest in him. Buckley ain't doing anything to someone 6'5" and from the Caucasus. I get it. I get it. Felder is better than Bisping and Cruz, in my opinion. Yeah. Well, I like Bisping, though, because Bisping's just funny to me. They sit on the commentator for hours. Must be a nightmare when they need the toilet. They probably run to the bathroom between fights, I'd say. DC and Bisping openly score, which can get aggravating when they're clearly wrong and biased. Yeah, but they're allowed to say it. Fuck it. Bisping's working on his comedy bits too often on commentary and ignores the fights. When do you say that Rizzy Bo put on some muscle to go up to 85, so this cut might be tough? Just my thought prospect. Can definitely see Buckley getting clipped, closing the distance. I think what you said in the first part is accurate, though. How is he going to look dropping the weight? And then Buckley could definitely get caught by a guy who's a good striker and that tall. Anik, whatever. Joe, OG, DC, and Bisping, former champs. One striker, one wrestler, lots of IQ there. Yeah, and Anik leads the show well, though. Rogan has 5 lines. He says every pay-per-view, dude's a casual showing up for money. Nah, he still loves the UFC. Bisping is very funny, and I like that, but he's not a real fight fan, so it kind of ruins the mood. Bisping has the personality for it. I like DC a lot when he's on commentary. Guys, we did not hit the likes goal, and I'm disappointed, but that doesn't mean I still don't want to see 90 likes before I end the show, so run the likes up. I'm going to be doing a members stream after this. I'm going to set the stream up first before, like I'm not linking it up right in chat. So where I'm going to link it is on the community tab for members. So if you're not a member and you want to join the member stream, definitely tune into it and become a member. But I'm doing the member stream in like 15, 20 minutes. I got to eat a little something, bro. I feel hungry as hell right now, to be honest. So we get a little bit of food in me before I dip out. And then, or dip back in, and then members only stream. And then, I'm planning on dropping a video for the Erceg and Pantoja main event, but I'm going to re-energize myself before I do it. So keep your eyes locked in on the channel. I'll be live again tonight for the members. So definitely tune into the member stream and let's chop it up some more. I'll see you guys there in the next little bit. Peace.